You know, I try, and I try, and I try some more to deal. I tried fucking hard, man. But you know what? You just keep coming back with more horse shit. You wanna know why it's so difficult? You wanna know why it's so hard to continue to be civil in this so-called fandom and genre? You wanna know why? Because for the longest time, comic book movies in the superhero genre have sucked balls. They have been eating dicks for years and decades, with exception to a few here and there. And then out of nowhere, Hollywood studios just completely didn't know what they were doing and were going mad with colors, with primary colors on a canvas that didn't make any sense. And you know what? Some shit went down. But then something very cool and epic happened in our history, and that was God coming down, tapping a fucking simple man on the head with a hammer and saying, you are the one who's gonna make it all right. And he did. He created a fucking empire of great comic book movies, a universe that we can all share and fucking be excited for once in our lifetimes as nerds and geeks. But you know what? Other studios had to come around and spoil the fun. They had to follow suit. They had to become copycats and fucking trace across the fucking drawings and fucking color fucking outside the lines. Just like you. It's fucking horrendous. I mean, what do you think? What is your opinion on all this? Thanks. I mean, am I getting through to anyone, to you at all? Am I? I think I've been alone a little too long because I'm starting to think out loud. It's starting to get a little creepy. Hello everybody, Josh12 back again with another video, and today I'm back with some comic book movie news. It's been a while since I've talked anything comic book or superhero related on my channel, mostly because I've dedicated my channel to just talking nothing but Dragon Ball Super lately. I don't know what that is, it's just happened that way. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the last time I talked anything comic book on my channel was on the DC side. Had to have been the Ben Affleck leaving the Batman movie as a director, dropping out as director I should say, and maybe like a Spider-Man Homecoming trailer review or some shit like that. I think that's the extent of me talking about comic book superhero related topics on my channel. And today is the shift. Today I'm changing my tune on a specific topic that I've been mostly negative towards, and that is of course Sony. For all of you who don't know, Sony is a despicable studio who despises comic book fans by continuously making movies we don't want or need, and that is no different today. But I am changing my tune from once being negative to possibly being more optimistic and positive. Sony, I don't like at all when it comes to comic book movies. They did only 2 good comic book movies, and then everything else was shit. For those of you who don't know, around the same time that the Amazing Spider-Man franchise was going on, specifically 2, Sony had plans because they didn't have rights to do any cinematic universe stuff. They decided to just play in-house and just make their own cinematic universe. They had a Sinister Six movies, they had a dozen Amazing Spider-Man sequels planned up the wazoo, similar to Transformer Michael Bay movies, and they also had, for some reason, a Aunt May movie, for fuck's sake. But there was one movie in particular, other than Sinister Six, and I guess Amazing Spider-Man 3, that they had huge banking on, and that is, of course, a Venom movie. The Venom movie, like a lot of other movies that they were developing, kind of, just got swept under the rug once the deal went towards making Spider-Man a cinematic universe character. Not really giving him, but sharing the rights, so to speak, for a specific amount of times was for a specific amount of movies. We got to see him in Civil War. Now we're going to see him in Spider-Man Homecoming, a Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, Infinity Wars, and that's pretty much the extent that we'll see a connection with Spider-Man in the MCU. Or at least I hope that they extend the contracts or just give it to Marvel. Just give it back to them. No one wants you around, Sony. Fuck off. But in the meanwhile, as Marvel is having all the fun with their Spider-Man property, Sony wants to do something. They're like a kid who got their toy stolen and now has to like make do with like a bucket. You know, that's kind of like what they're doing right now. So they decided to just revive a project that really is irrelevant and no one really needs. And that is, of course, the Venom solo movie. I've always had a very negative point of view when it came to the project because as much as I love Venom, he's an amazing character. Todd McFarlane in his prime, you know, was kicking ass with the Spider-Man comics. It was a cool time for comic fans and cool time for Spider-Man fans. It was heavy metal, so to speak. And then nothing ever happened to Venom that was as cool. And then they try to shoehorn him into the franchise when Sam Raimi established Spider-Man in the movies, and then that's pretty much it. Now we're here where they're continuously trying to continue with this Venom movie because, like Sony, they're a bunch of shills. They're a bunch of sheep. They're incapable of setting a trend. They have to pick and choose their projects very meticulously, specifically on what's previously established to win a lot of fucking money. They want to bank. You want to know how I know this? Because Fox killed it with Deadpool. They killed it with Logan. Villain movies are the way to go nowadays. They want some of that. The same thing happened with DC. They want some of that fucking epicness that Marvel's been kicking ass with and that Fox is now kicking ass with their solo standalone movies that are not X-Men related specifically. So now we got Venom, and I fucking despise the idea. It's not going to be connected to the MCU. Tom Holland's not going to be in it. If there is a Spider-Man going to be featured, it's either going to be a forced Tom Holland or a non-Tom Holland lookalike or something. It's gonna be horseshit. But then they had to drop an atom bomb on our fucking stupid little comic book heads. And that is, of course, Tom fucking Hardy has been cast to play Eddie Brock Venom in the Venom Sony movie. I'm baffled. I love Tom Hardy, but I despise this stupid movie idea. It fucking kills me because at one hand, I want to bash this movie, and on the other hand, I want to love it because of how much I love Tom Hardy. He's a fucking phenomenal actor. He's a good fucking guy. You saw what he did? He caught a guy, fucking some guy took some old lady's purse or something. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was like a movie, but in real life. He's fucking awesome. And they're making a Venom movie with him in it. I want to see it now, and I hate the fact that I want to see it now. Fuck you, Sony. Why'd you have to do this to me? Why'd you have to do this to all of us? We all know you stink. We all know we don't want to fucking support you in your stupid efforts to make fucking movies with these characters. You fucking ruined everything that was good about Spider-Man, and you're continuously ruining his fucking rogues gallery. But now you put Tom Hardy into the mix, and that's where I'm getting agitated, because I love that guy, and I don't want to see any shitty-ass projects attached to his amazing filmography, or at least his amazing filmography post-Bronson or something, because Bronson is fucking, well, I just really want to see Tom Hardy in a good fucking comic book movie. Overall, I like Venom as a character. I really enjoy his antics and his antagonistic ways when it comes to Peter Parker Spider-Man. I feel like the whole black suit Spider-Man and then reverse engineering him to become Venom was really a fucking awesome time for Spider-Man comic fans and stuff. It was a really cool time overall, but it's just kind of odd that it's not going to have anything to do with the current incarnation of Spider-Man. We just don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be funny? Is it going to be anti-hero-esque like Deadpool or hell, even Suicide Squad mostly? And like, what is this movie going to be? And Tom Hardy is a good actor and I love him to death, but I don't know if it's the right choice. So in conclusion, all I can really say is I'm going to stick around for a while. Like, I'm going to be like a fisherman. I'm going to just have my little pole out and just have my hook in the water, just waiting until to see what pulls. I'm just waiting. And then the second it's Tom Hardy's like, you know what? Fuck this noise. I'm leaving too. I'm taking my bags, I'm packing up, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. That's how I personally feel. The second Tom Hardy's out, I'm out as well, because after that's done, the fucking project is useless to me. He could be cool, he could be awesome, but we just don't know. We have to wait and see. But the second he leaves, you better rest assured, I am not fucking holding back my hatred for Sony ever again. But in conclusion, that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this. It was rantish, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed. Alright, so before I end my video on Tom Hardy being cast in Sony's standalone Venom movie, I have a very special person in mind to give their thoughts on this movie. A person who loves Tom Hardy even more than I. A person who's had a heavy hiatus off of YouTube and a special person in the YouTube ether, so to speak, when it comes to my channel. And that is the great and powerful Evilscar23. You're on the phone with Evilscar23.
Oh my god, just put the jizz all over my face. Oh my god, put it all over my face now.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Tom Hardy playing Venom. What are your thoughts before I end this video? A condensed version, mind you.
My mind exploded.
What does that even mean?
It means my asshole is readily available for Tom Hardy to pound.
So I'm guessing that. So I'm guessing you're very happy with the casting. Or are you disappointed or angry, or what are your thoughts?
I think whoever was not excited for this film is excited now.
Why is it that the one person I expect to be angry because of how much we all despise Sony, you as well have become a flip-flopper, and now you're happy?
Because it's Tom Hardy.
Because it's Tom, exactly. That's exactly what I was doing in my video, which is, I hate the Venom movie, and I hate the fact that Sony's doing a Venom movie, but it's Tom Hardy.
I know.
I can tell that you obviously want to say something, but you're holding back.
I'll save it for when I see you.
Alright then. Well, that was a quick little sample of Evilscar23 talking about it, and then I'll have him on camera talking about it, so wait for that.
Ooh, my spider sense is tingling. If you know what I'm talking about.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!